Hi guys, thanks for coming and joining the How to Raise $250 in 5 days. So I'm gonna move because this light is crazy. Okay, you guys know I had my house face on all day. I have to go put on a Periscope face. Okay, I need to stop making random jokes by myself. So I'm gonna give people a second to come in, but if you could just say your names, I could shout you out. I know This is on here, and I know Ruth's on here because I recognize their handles. But other people, can you just say your name and what state you're in? Oh, hey, Holly. Oh, this is so cute. I remember doing Periscopes, but then creepy people would come on. Okay, I need to actually stop talking about random things. Okay, so I'm actually going to get started in about a second. So, hey, New York. So we're going to talk about how to raise $250 in 5 days and get your conference fee and just be done with it. So you could spend time recruiting other people to come to conference. So you could spend time getting ready for conference. So you could stop being nervous about whether or not you're going to conference. So if you're going to conference, can you just throw up some hearts or just say, I'm going to conference? Yay, conference. I'm really excited. This will probably be my 9th or 10th year going to conference. But I love it every single time. So we're going to get started because I don't want to waste anyone's time. So fundraising for a conference, and I'm just going to adjust my video really quickly. Perfect. Okay, so fundraising for conference. If we know the conference fee is currently $250, right? And it's $250 to the 25th. It is currently, what day of the week, what day of the year is it? The 11th, I think. Let me check. The 11th. So you have exactly 14 days to raise $250, which is super easy. You could actually raise all your money in about 5 days. I've seen people raise $1,000 actually in 1 day. So you could definitely do it. So the first thing you want to do is sit down and say, okay, how much money do I actually have, honestly? Whether it's my bank account, whether it's PayPal, what coins do I have hanging around, right? So first figure out how many coins you have. That's step one. Whether it's $10, $5, $20, $50, how much do you have in coinage on your own, right? That's your first step. And it's good to just start somewhere. Some people are like, oh, I don't have any money at all. Oh, I don't have anything. That's not true. I'm sure you have something just to start you off. The next step, you're going to talk to the people in your community about helping you go to conference. Now, why do I say that? No one loves anything more than a young person that wants to go meet Jesus. Can you imagine? It's like, hey, I want to go to a conference so that my life can be changed, so I can worship God with 1,000 other young believers. Who doesn't want to support that? They're sowing into ministry. They're sowing into your life. So the first thing you need to do is first get your coins together. How many coins do you have? The second thing you need to do is you need to get a list of people who care about you, friends, family, pastor, godparents, neighbors, your parents, friends, gold mine, because they're all older, right? Get all these people together and write a list. So number 2 is write a list. First one, gather your coins. Number 2, write a list, right? And you are going to reach out. Number 3 is reach out. If you have those steps, could you please really quickly type them for everyone that just walked in? What are the 3 steps I just mentioned? Really simple, and I'm going to kind of dive into how to attack those steps. So I'm going to let the people that are on type in what those steps are, and I'm going to keep going. So for step number 2, before you reach out, first of all, guys, please ask your parents. So I know all of our parents are in different places financially. Some people are like, oh, I can't do it. I can't ask my parents. They don't have anything. Talk to your parents and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. What can you sow into this? Some of them can only sow 25 given their situation. Some of them might give you the entire 250. But please ask your parents Even if you're 25, 26, hey, ask your parents anyway to sow into God's work in your life, okay? And then you want to start talking to the people on your list. So once you get off this Periscope, if you're really serious about raising your 250, either for yourself or for a friend, what you need to do is write a list of all these people and start figuring out the best way to reach out to them and what amount to reach out to them about. So if you want to raise 250, 10 people can give you $25. It's a no-brainer. You could get 10 people to give you $25. And what ends up happening is you actually end up raising much more than your 250, and that means more people can actually come to conference because of you. But the biggest issue is you not opening up your mouth to ask. Ask and you shall receive, right? Like, these are biblical principles. So write down your list and write your goal. If your goal is, I want to ask 10 people for $25, then you're going to write a list of 30 or 40. Because some people, yeah, they can't give you money right now. Some people, need a couple weeks. Some people won't be able to do it. And some people can do more. So what you actually want to do is, if you have like your pastor, your church, your parents, guess what? Yes, I'm dropping serious keys. Guess what? They might give you 50 or 100. So why not say, hey, Pastor so-and-so, hey, uncle and auntie, they have full-time jobs. Could you sow $50 into this work? And you can tell them to sow into you. That's a different conversation than just, can you give me $20? But it's like, no, can you sow into me going to have this incredible encounter with the Lord with 1,000 other young people? And it's like, wow, you're asking me for money to go see Jesus and not money to like go to a party or smoke or buy a skimpy outfit. Sure, I will be right there with you. So if you have people in your life that could give you more money, ask them for more. If they can't do 75, they might be like, okay, I could slide you 50 and you're on to your goal quicker. If you feel like you're that person that's like, oh, all my friends are broke. All my friends are broke. I'm broke. I mean, you're not broke in Jesus' name. You shouldn't say that. But if you feel that way, you could get 25 people to give you $10. You could absolutely. I mean, $10 is nothing. Even your friends in college that buy $10 pizzas, that spend all types of money doing stuff, go ahead and just, hey, I need $10. I'm going to this conference. You get 25 people to do that and you're done. Okay? But not everyone on your list is a $10 person. Some people on your list, like I said, 25, 50, 40, but you have to write that list. The fourth thing after write that list is follow up. This is where people really struggle. If you ask someone for money, do not be shy and say, oh, hey, I just want to touch base. See if you got my message. Side note, some people you text, some people you call. Please do not text your auntie who barely knows how to text. You're not going to get any money from her. Pick up your phone and call her. Of course, friends, millennials, yeah, text them. It'll be cool. But there are certain people that need phone calls. There are certain people that need emails. You know who those people are. Take the time to do that. So interact with the people on your list the way they need to be interacted with to maximize your potential of getting money from them. So following up. One, if someone says they're going to give you money, they want to help you. Follow up with them. So let's say you go for the ask and they say, okay, I can give you money on Friday when I get paid, or I can give you money next week. Actually remind them. Or if they just say they can give you money, remind them. People are so afraid to remind people for money. But if someone already wants to give you, it could slip their mind. Raise your hand if you forget to do stuff. I forget to do stuff all the time. I forget to give money. I forget to do stuff all the time that I want to do. So I have friends who will text me, hey, EC, don't forget. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you for reminding me. Or when I get my hair done by Ruth, and she's like, EC, don't forget to pay. I'm like, thanks for reminding me, because I was doing 5 million things. So please follow up with people. If you send a text or you send a email or you have a phone call and no one gets back to you, just shoot them a text. Hey, EC, did you see my note or did you see my text last week? Just want to follow up. It's all about the follow up. I'm telling you, that's where the money is made. So those are the quick steps to raising your 250 in 5 days. So just to go over it, look at your coins. How much money do you have? Whether it's $5, $10, you have something. Pull it out. What's the second thing? Who knows? I was paying attention in class today. Y'all weren't paying attention. The second thing is write your list. The third thing is reach out. Thank you. Third thing is reach out. The fourth thing is follow up. and get your money. The last thing I also want to tell you to do is, if you had a skill, if you could do hair, if you could babysit, if you could rake leaves, if you can bake, which everyone can bake, just look at the back of a box. If you can do anything, go ahead and do it for a conference and tell people what you're doing it for, and they will pay you in a way to kind of sow towards what you're doing. So I know people in Atlanta have cleaned out houses for people and gotten like $200-$300. So is that how much a person naturally would pay to get their house clean? No, but they want to sow into your work. So again, if you do hair, if you babysit, if you shovel snow, it's cold outside, if you know how to organize, if you know how to do anything, if you braid hair, whatever, let people know, hey, I'm giving out my services at this discounted rate, or I'm doing X, Y, and Z to go to this conference. And you can also raise money based on your skill set. So these are all things you could do within the next 3 to 5 days to raise money for a conference and have your $250, and hopefully have your $250 for someone else. So I'm completely done. Do you guys have any questions at all? How to deal with objections, fears about asking people for money, what you're stuck on when it comes to fundraising? I'll be happy to answer. Okay, good. It looks like pretty straightforward. Makes sense. So no one should, how do you encourage people? Okay, so how do you encourage, someone asks, how do you encourage the people you're inviting to fundraise? So there are some people who, you know, you're almost like practically have to drag them to conference. But if there are people that you invite, so those people that you have to drag, you know, if you want to come to conference, there has to be a certain level of desire, right? I mean, you can ask people all day to come, but there has to be a desire. And anyone who has a desire, it's like, okay, let's work on this together to get you the money. So if they say they don't have the money, it's like, okay, you start having the conversation with them. This conversation I have with you tonight, start having it with them. Who can you ask? Can your church support you? You know, you might have to fundraise on their behalf, because some people just really are like, I don't know. They don't really get the vision. So you might have to do some fundraising on their behalf. But feel free to share this type of training with them. Feel free to share the 4 points with them and almost tag team. Like, okay, I need to raise my money. You need to raise your money. Let's work together and get our money raised. So you can almost make like a game / competition thing where you guys work on raising funds together. So that's what I would say. Give them these tools that I share with you. Give them these keys, and encourage them to go out and do their thing. All right. Are there any other questions about fundraising? If you have questions about fundraising, should I give out my phone number? I don't know. I mean, I don't really mind. If you have questions about fundraising, feel free to text me at 301-395-0299, and I'll be happy to help. If you need fundraising advice or need me to give this talk to your chapter or to your church, I'm happy to do that. If you need help with how to actually talk to people and what to say, I'm happy to help with that too. And you can also message me on GroupMe. I'm everywhere. I'm super available, kind of. So yeah, that's all. If you guys don't have any other questions, that's the end of this broadcast. I hope you guys are all coming to conference, and I hope you are bringing your friends to conference. I hope everybody and their mothers come to conference. It's going to be amazing. Conference 2K17. Get excited. All right. Good night, guys. See you later.